David Melvin English, better known by the stage name Melvin Franklin or his nickname Blue, was an American bass singer. Franklin was best known for his role as a founding member of Motown's singing group The Temptations from 1960 to 1995. Awards and honors. In February 2013, Franklin was posthumously awarded a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award as a member of The Temptations. On August 2013, Franklin was inducted into the Rhythm and Blues Music Hall of Fame as a member of The Temptations. In September 1994, The Temptations received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. In 1989, Franklin was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a member of The Temptations. Melvin Franklin's net worth is estimated at $5 million. Early life. David English was born October 12, 1942 in Montgomery, Alabama to Rose English, a teenage mother from nearby Mobile. His biological father was the preacher of the English family's church in Mobile. He impregnated her through rape. Following David's birth, Rose English married Willard Franklin and moved to Detroit. Her grandmother, however, insisted on raising young David and was left behind in her care. David English later moved to Detroit with his mother and stepfather in 1952 at age 10. Taking on his stepfather's surname for his stage name as a teenager, David English, now Melvin Franklin, was a member of a number of local singing groups in Detroit, including the Voice Masters with Lamont Dozier and David Ruffin, and frequently performed with Richard Street. In 1959, the Voice Masters signed with Anna Records, a label co-founded by Berry Gordy's sister Anna. The group recorded several singles, including Needed and Hope and Pray. Franklin often affectionately referred to Street and Ruffin as his cousins, although they were not related. Around this time, Franklin romantically pursued future Supremes singer Mary Wilson. Personal life. Franklin was married to his second wife named Kimberly English, who had 5 children: David English Jr., Devette English, Felicia English, Nickwose English, and Larissa English. The name of his first wife remained undisclosed, but it's believed that they had a child together. In 1968, Franklin was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, the symptoms of which he combated with cortisone so that he could continue performing. The constant use of cortisone left his immune system open to other infections and health problems. As a result, Franklin developed diabetes in the early 1980s and later contracted necrotizing fasciitis. To treat his illnesses, Franklin took oxygen tanks with him while on tour. In January 1995, while recording the album for Lovers Only, Ali Woodson and Williams noticed bleeding from Franklin's ankle on his sock. He was taken home to recover, but on February 17, he fell into a coma and remained unconscious. On February 23, 1995, Franklin died from heart failure at the Cedars-Sinai Medical Center at the age of 52. His funeral was widely attended, with Smokey Robinson commemorating Franklin with the song Really Gonna Miss You. He is interred at the Forest Lawn Memorial Park in the Hollywood Hills neighborhood of Los Angeles. Career. In 1958, Otis Williams, a classmate of Franklin's at Detroit's Northwestern High School, had formed his own singing group, Otis Williams and the Siberians. The group were negotiating a contract with record producer Johnny May Matthews to record singles. However, Arthur Walton, the group's bass singer, departed the group to finish high school. To replace him, Williams remembered Franklin from the Voice Masters. He spotted Franklin walking along a nearby neighborhood and rushed him with an offer to join the group as their bass singer. Franklin responded, "Well, I don't know you. You have to ask my mama." Williams explained the situation to Rose Franklin, who agreed to have her son join the group. Bernard Plain, the group's lead singer, also departed the group, in which Franklin brought in Street to replace him. The Siberians, now renamed Otis Williams and the Distance, Williams, Franklin, Street, Elbridge Bryant, and James Crawford, recorded at Matthews Northern Records, releasing singles such as Come On, 1959, and All Right, 1960. Around this time, Franklin briefly attended Wayne State University. A dispute over the group's royalties with Matthews led to the termination of their contract with Northern Records. By 1960, the Distance had been reduced to a trio after Street left the group. After losing the Distance name, the remaining members aligned with Paul Williams and Eddie Kendricks to form the Elgins. In March 1961, the Elgins signed with Motown Records under a new name, The Temptations. As a member of the Temptations, Franklin acquired the nickname Blue among his bandmates because of his obsession with the Italian song Nel Blu dipinto di blu, also known as Volare in English. Franklin and Otis Williams were the only founding Temptations who never left the group. One of the most famous bass singers in music throughout his career, Franklin's deep vocals became one of the group's signature trademarks. Franklin sang a handful of featured leads with the group as well, including the songs I Truly, Truly Believe, The Temptations' Wish It Would Rain, 1968, Silent Night, Give Love at Christmas, 1980, The Prophet, A Song for You, 1975, and his signature live performance number, Old Man River. Franklin was usually called upon to deliver ad-libs, harmony vocals, and, during the psychedelic soul era, notable sections of the main verses. Franklin memorably sang the line "And the band played on" from the Temptations' 1970 hit single Ball of Confusion, That's What the World Is Today. In the fall of 1978, Franklin was shot in the hand and leg while trying to stop a carjacking outside of a hair salon in West Hollywood. He had earlier left his vehicle running when he stopped to talk with a female friend. During the struggle, the carjacker recognized Franklin from the Temptations, pushed him out of the car, and sped off. The incident prevented Franklin from participating in the Temptations' upcoming tour of Poland, which at the time was still behind the Iron Curtain. Otis Williams assumed Franklin's bass parts during his recovery. Aside from the Temptations, Franklin also worked as a voice actor. In 1984, he provided the voice for the character of Wheels in the animated series Pole Position. In 1989, Franklin was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a member of the Temptations. During the summer of 1994, Franklin was rushed to the hospital and diagnosed with necrotizing fasciitis. To save his life, surgeons operated on Franklin's arm, but because he was immunocompromised, Franklin remained at risk for remission. A few months later, in September 1994, the Temptations received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. In January 1995, Franklin's last recording with the Temptations was Life Is But a Dream for the album For Lovers Only. Following Franklin's death, he was replaced with Ray Davis. In 1998, a miniseries named The Temptations was aired by NBC, which was based on the famed vocal group. Melvin was portrayed by actor D.B. Woodside. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and click on the bell notification for more content like this.